So Lex Luthor, a man who has so much money, billions of dollars, who is obsessed with hurting Superman, all the money that he earns, he's putting in just to figure out how he can destroy this man. All right.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
right. So he has, his Lex Corps, his headquarters, and he's got, a team of people, technology of scientists or whatever, or engineers who are actually creating kind of like a console of, ways to create robots, right? To destroy Superman. And it's like a video game. Like he's like these functions like F1, F2 or whatever,
Yeah.
in
Remember
order
that
to
one point
destroy.
where he said Ultraman beating Superman and Lex was screaming, 1A, 1A?
Right. Yeah. So in other words, so he's studied Superman so much that he has now created these robots that can actually counter his move.
And
Like,
not
okay,
only that, he had his biggest weapon, Ultraman, who was basically Bizarro in everything but name and appearance. So he cloned Superman by getting one of his hairs, but Ultraman has a different hair color and hairstyle. Like his hair is like bigger and more curly, which doesn't really make sense because if you cloned it from a hair, they should have the same hairstyle. That's how cloning works. But I
yeah.
digress. He uses Ultraman as kind of like the anti-Superman because he's stronger than Superman, but also stupider. He has basically no brain power, so the only way to get him to fight is for Lex to use basically flashcards on him and just read them off to him.
Yeah. He's brawn, but no brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, and I was thinking about something. So what I like about this storyline about Superman going in and not having, any authority, or he's not getting any permission from any of the world leaders to go in and stop this war, kind of reminds me of the Sokovia Accords. Did that come to
Right.
mind when you were watching this? Like, okay, well, it seems like the government is trying to figure out a way to put some controls in place to stop Superman from doing certain things. Did that come to mind when you were watching? No? Okay. Is there a difference, or did you?
Noticeably. Like, in terms of setup, it's different.
Okay.
The reason the Sokovia Accords happened is because the Avengers just, could not control the damage they were doing. Like, for whatever reason, they had the Hulk step out for regular fights, and he would just tear up the scenery, literally.
Yeah.
So they had to, put an end to that. And also a city came out of the sky and like killed millions.
To me, it seems like the same thing because, you had the Avengers going into Lagos, I believe it was, African nation, and there was destruction. There was also, I believe there were deaths involved.
Yeah, because Wanda kind of misdirected
Right.
crossbones and blew up a building.
Right. And then Ross stepped in and said, okay, you know what? We got to put you guys under control. And that's why the Sokovia Accords exist. It seems to me that they're doing something similar with Superman. Okay, well, we need to put some procedures in place for him. But really, you know, that's where the similarities stop, I guess. But
Yeah, I suppose.
in this case, Luther is doing it because this is personal to him.
He's doing it out of
Right.
the hatred of his heart.
Exactly. That's it. So that's all that is. Okay.